in a move that I don't recall a lot of people reporting on beforehand. So we've all been talking about speculation, and people have been like, "Oh, you got to report on this." This is why I don't. Dion Phaneuf is now an LA King. He goes with Nate Thompson. Thompson was a free agent signing by Ottawa, has another year left on his deal. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but apparently the big part of this deal is Ottawa agrees to retain salary, and they take Marian Gaborik. Marian Gaborik, who is signed for 4.875 million through 2020, 2021. Um, it's gutsy, and then Nick Shore's a throw in this. Nick Shore's a bottom six guy. It's a couple of forwards for Ottawa. Now, is Gaborik going to end up being a buyout candidate in the offseason? Is that where we're going to end up heading with this? Is Gaborik a guy that Ottawa's going to look at and say, well, maybe, like, that's the question I'm asking myself looking at this. By looking at just the sheer numbers from this season, let me just go ahead and scroll through to it. Yeah, 29 games, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points for Gaborik. And apparently, this deal had been rumored for a while, and it was the Gaborik part that made it work. Once Ottawa's like, all right, we'll take Gaborik's contract, the Kings are like totally on board, and so there you go. Ottawa's doing this. They're looking to the future where they're going to need to re-sign Erik Karlsson, and where they're going to need to keep guys like Matt Duchene and Matt Stone happy, and so or Mark Stone's happy. I'm like, they're not both Matt. Anyways, it's an interesting move for Ottawa. It's a smart move for the Kings, I think. I know Dion Phaneuf is no longer a 20-goal scorer. I know he's not really a top two defenseman. The good news is he doesn't have to be in LA. It gives them a solid option at 4. It pushes their numbers 5 and 6 guys down a little bit, and it means they have that little bit of something. Now, tonight, if you're a Kings fan, you watch the Hurricanes kind of handle them. Maybe that's part of the reason why this trade took place. The Kings have had a little bit of a bounce back, but they had a really extended poor run there. So maybe this is designed to help turn that around. I don't know how well this is going to do for the Kings, but I admire their moxie in taking a guy like Phaneuf that can be effective for short periods of time. And if he's not overused, if he's not playing too many minutes, he can be a very effective defenseman. And for the Sens, again, I like the deal. If I had to take a winner right now, I would say the Sens because, again, somebody takes Dion Phaneuf's contract. We talk a lot about untradeable contracts. I point to certain contracts and say I can't say how this one gets moved. This is an example of an untradeable kind of going for an untradeable. Marian Gaborik's contract was seen as a pretty poor contract considering his constant health issues and his issues with the fact the game's kind of passed him by a little bit. And for Phaneuf, it's a matter of he is a high cap hit for a long time to come. It works out. So Nate Thompson going to LA gives them a little bit of grit. Nick Shore going back to Ottawa means they don't lose anybody out of the bottom 6. So Shore and Thompson swap. We'll see how that turns out for them. So yeah, decent move. This could be, and they said on TSN, is this what gets the ball rolling? Maybe. This isn't a massive deal, but it's a pretty good one. And for me, I think Ottawa kind of wins this one. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Because, again, Gaborik I don't think is done. So if you're a Sens fan, you're going, well, Gaborik's not playing poorly for the Kings. At least he hasn't been lately. And when he's been healthy, he's been pretty good. I do think he's capable of playing a third-line role at this stage in his career, and I do think he has more gas in the tank. I don't think if they choose not to buy him out in the offseason, I do think he can be effective for them next year. And, hopefully the Senators, this is a sign that they're ready to start moving some salary around and figuring out a way to keep a guy like Karlsson long term. So the rumor today was that the Sens were talking about moving one of their key guys, but there wasn't a name. So I didn't have anything that I could do a video on where I mentioned who it could be. But this could be the first block that changes for Ottawa, and Ottawa now could move around guys. They do have enough depth on the blue line to get through the rest of this season. Of course, they lost tonight against the Penguins. So this season's at a loss for Ottawa, and they're looking towards the future, and it's not one that's going to have Dion Phaneuf in it. And for Phaneuf, he can hold his head up a little bit when it comes to his run in Ottawa. He had a relatively good run. a little bit rough this year, I think, but everybody in Ottawa's had kind of a rough year, unless you're Stone, I think. Uh, yeah, I'll go with Stone, and then people in the comment section can correct me if they feel like it. But it's been a rough year for Ottawa, and hopefully this is a sign that status quo is not going to work, and that Ottawa is going to do some things to fix everything. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video on your way around the internet, and maybe there'll be more deals to talk on in the upcoming days. But they can't make trades while I'm at work. I work tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So if you're a GM of an NHL team, don't make any trades while I'm at work, because that's just not right. It's not fair. I can't discuss the trades while I'm at work. So be nice. Do them in the morning when I'm here, and then I can talk about them, and then everything's good. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.